enrollments. I know that's everyone's favorite, right? But a little bit about us. We reside in North Carolina. We have been with doTERRA for 6 years now. And our story is a little unique on how we got started because at first I was the guy who's like, we don't need that product in our house, send it back, etc. And lo and behold, we tried our first product with our autistic son. His name is Cole. And like I said, long story short, it dropped his cholesterol 30 points, and I thought that was a fluke in the lab work. So that's how we got started, and we haven't stopped since. So we're excited to be here today, and I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the event. And John, I'll turn it back to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tim. So yes, if you want to learn about kind of that initial step of, enrolling people, bringing them in, um, Tim and Ashley will have some great ideas to be able to share around that. And basically, the format of this is there'll be kind of a presentation portion, and then following the presentation portion, we'll leave the remainder of your time in that breakout session for Q&A. So you can ask the specific questions that you have. This is your time to really pick the brains of these amazing, brilliant leaders. So I'm really excited for you to have that experience. All right, next up, I'd like to introduce Dr. Laura Ritchie. I could say a lot of the same things about Dr. Laura Ritchie as Tim and Ashley Crane. She is a powerhouse of a leader. You know, she's one that she's always participating in our leader programs and bringing such a powerful energy to them. Um, you know, I know that she just experienced an amazing new rank advancement last fall, hitting the rank of diamond, and we are so proud of her and so excited of everything that she's done and everything that she's created. And she is so great at not just bringing in customers but retaining them as well. So really excited to hear from her about that. So love to turn it over to you for a few minutes, Dr. Ritchie, and hear from you.
Wow, thank you for that, John. I am so excited to be here. My big passion is helping women feel safe in their bodies again, whether that's through physical healing or emotional resilience or empowered entrepreneurship. And what I love to talk about so much and why I'm so passionate about doTERRA is really because of my own health journey. I had a cancer diagnosis in my 20s, multiple major surgeries, and years of navigating chronic pain. And that cracked me open to a deeper kind of healing. And that experience led me down the path of finding doTERRA. And I didn't just need the products, I needed hope. And doTERRA gave me both. And it started as a tool for my own healing, but it really became a calling. And we are so grateful, as John mentioned, it took us 8 years to go diamond, and I can tell you it's totally worth it. So we were one of those um, stories of not giving up and continuing to be consistent. And I'm really passionate about helping both customers and builders to go deep, not just get your oils and hope for the best, but truly understand how to use them consistently and confidently. And that's where our reward program changes everything. It's not just a point system, it's how we build trust and transformation and retention. And so I'm going to be sharing tips with you about how to share confidently and boldly and from your chest and own it, because our rewards program really is incredible. We want to create a VIP experience for your customers and take them by the hand because they might not even know about this. So, tips of how you can share with them, real life examples of how I text people and talk to people about this, and really the permission slip to come home to yourself. Because I see so much of that reflected in our business that when we really own our story and who we are, and we're not afraid to share it, and we really focus on that one person who needs it, that's when you see massive growth happen. So I see you and you belong here. Let's get you supported.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that, Dr. Ritchie. Excited to hear what insights come out of your session. And third up on our list of our powerful trio here, we have Ashley Sanger. So Ashley, earlier this year, we had a meeting where we pulled together all of our founders here in the U.S. and we met together and we discussed some of the things that were coming, including these compensation plan updates. And one of the things that we talked about was this path to 500 and how instrumental we feel like it will be for the future of doTERRA. And whenever we share something like this with a new group of leaders, I always wonder, like, who's going to take this and run with it? But Ashley has picked this up and run with it in a powerful way, and she's done such an amazing job at figuring out how to break it down and simplify and to make it achievable for people on her team. So absolutely excited to hear from Ashley about, you know, some of the insights that she has on helping people to earn that first $500 a month. So Ashley, we'd love to hear from you for a minute.
Thank you, John, for that very sweet introduction. I have been with doTERRA for 11 years now. Took me about 9.5 to reach Diamond and Founder 2.0, which was just an amazing experience and opportunity, for growth, personal growth especially. But I very much echo Laura's comments in that it started out as just, being something that I wanted to use to help my family. I actually wanted nothing to do with the business when I was first introduced to doTERRA, but I started experiencing such incredible things with my kids, in particular my oldest, that I was just automatically telling people about it regardless. And when back then everybody was a wellness advocate, right? So I was getting checks in the mail and I didn't even know what for. And it turned into the most incredible opportunity that God has put in my life. If you had told me 11 years ago this is what I would be doing, I would never have believed you. But over those 11 years, I've seen a lot of different strategies and a lot of builders come and go. And that's really always been the number one struggle, is finding builders and retaining builders. Give me a yes in the chat if you can resonate with that, if you've been in doTERRA for any period of time. And so what really excited me about the Path to 500 was the clarity that it brought. I very much love systems. And so because they just keep things organized and help people find a clear path towards their goals. And so what the Path to 500 has done is just really helped me laser that in. And it's given me way more confidence in inviting people into the business. And it's given me way more confidence in how to effectively launch people. And on a personal note, how to release them to find their own success instead of feeling like I have to coach them into being successful because this is a complicated business. It's not complicated anymore. So I'm really excited to share about that.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashley. All right. And then we do have a fourth session for anybody that is just like, I just need to understand the compensation plan a little bit better. What are these changes? How do they work? We'll have a fourth session that I'll be running, and so I'll be there to answer all of your compensation plan related questions. So I'll do a walkthrough of kind of really I'll be walking through the back office and how you use some of the new tools in the back office and what all of the different things mean within the new compensation plan updates, and then open it up to Q&A for any questions. So, all right, with that, we'll go ahead and break out into our separate groups then. So we'll put there's a down on kind of the, I think for everybody it's the same. I don't know, maybe your computer is different than mine. On mine it's at the bottom of the screen, maybe yours is at the top, but you should see a number of different options that you can select. Select the breakout room icon, and then you can choose which room you want to join. So with that, we'll go ahead and jump into the individual rooms, and we'll see you there. Thanks so much.
Sorry, our elevations being rankings, I joined a little late.
Hi, good question. So the elevations are not going to be ranking based. It's just going to be one big elevations group if you join that one.
Okay, I apologize. I arrived late as well because of Eventbrite. I just couldn't figure out how to get in, but I waited too late to sign up. But anyway, what are we doing?
Everybody just broke out into their breakout rooms.
Okay, and I didn't know about the breakout rooms. Like I said, I arrived late. So can you give me a heads up on how to do that?
Yes. Are you able to see the screen right now?
I am looking at, oh, no, I'm looking at the chat. Hold on.
Okay.
Me, can you drop me really quick into Tim's?
Yes.
Thank you.
1 second.
Oh, if you can drop me in, okay, so after you finish with her,
Okay.
I don't
let me
know the
get
choices.
login.
Which one explains the back office and the comp plan?
That would be the elevations room.
Okay, thank you.
I can't figure out how to get into Ashley's.
Here, give me 1 second. Let me send okay, Heather, you're going in now. Okay.
This is
Okay.
Heidi. If I can get into Ashley's, that'd be great. Thank you.
For those of you who are still looking for the room, on your screen at the bottom, there's the menu of options, the chat, the share button. On the far right, there should be the 3 dots that says more. So when you click on that, then you have the option to select breakout rooms. Once you select then you can see the 4 options: elevations, enrollments, rewards, path to 500. And there should be a join button next to each of them, so you can choose which one you would like to join.
Okay, when I click on more, I only get captions and translations, meeting settings. I don't get the list of
Is-
rooms.
Yeah, I'm on a phone as well, and that's all I get. So I don't know.
Me too.
Maybe I'll have to use my computer.
I can help really quick if you're not able to. On a phone, I think the setting, you just have to like, I think it's scrolling to the side a little bit more, but let me help get a few people in those rooms really quick. So is it Zahira?
Yes, I'm Zahira. Thank you.
Zahira, let me get you in a room. What room are you wanting to go to?
I didn't even know the list of rooms. Can you tell me real quick?
Yes, they are. There is the elevations explained, which would be just talking about what the new enhancements all are. And then there's
Right.
one about enrollments, one about rewards, and then one about the path to 500.
Let's see. I think I'll go with enrollments.
Okay, perfect. I will send you there.
Hey,
Thank you so
Jamie,
much. Appreciate your
it's
help.
Killeen. I can't get in either. Could you put me in elevations explained? Oh, wait, no, that's comp plan. No.
Oh.
Path to 500. I got to teach my people that.
Perfect. There you go.
Thank you, dear.
Okay. Who's next? Nanette? Can I
Nanette,
get in
yeah.
the room?
Elevations, please.
Elevations, you are in.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Melissa. I need to go into John Jensen's room, please. I'm on a phone also. Melissa Fleming.
Okay, sending you in.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Denise. I put my request in the chat, but could I go into rewards with Dr. Laura Ritchie, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Sevira. Can you send me? I'm on my phone too, and 2 rewards as well too. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Connie Hoffman. Could you send me to the path of 500, please?
Yep, there you go.
Thank you.
Hi, I'd like to go to not to 500 as well.
Okay, perfect.
Hi, it's
Thank
Wendy.
you.
Could you put me in enrollments, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Could you put me in rewards, please, Katia?
Okay.
Hi, I'm Davita Mayfield. Could you put me in enrollments, please?
Yes. And
Thank
for
you.
anybody who has just joined, the instructions on how to be able to get into the breakout room should be on the screen. If you click the more button, there will be 4 little boxes that show the different breakout rooms, and you can just click on whichever one you'd like to join. Sorry, Davida, which room did you say?
I had asked for enrollments.
Being really quick and see if I can get this going here.
And as soon as I see that, I'll confirm that we can see it. Oh, looks like it is loading. Okay, yep, we can see it.
Okay. All right. So here's what I use. I use Canva. It's been the Canva and Zoom are the two greatest investments I make in my business every single year. But this is just kind of the nuts and bolts. So some of this is going to be like, okay, I already know what PV and rewards is and all that. But think of this as if you were somebody brand new. I want to make sure they understand all the pieces and parts. So I first introduced them to understanding truly what PV is. And do you guys want me to present this as if you were a new person, or do you just want me to kind of talk you through it as like I'm coaching you through it, doing it on your own? What would be most helpful for you guys? Feel free to shout it out.
Do it as if we were presenting to a new person. I think that's where many of us struggle.
Okay.
Yes,
All right,
please.
perfect. All right, I'll do that. Okay, so a couple things that we're going to understand as we're jumping in the path to 500 are just some of the terminology and acronyms and all of those things. So PV is something you're going to hear about a lot. PV stands for personal volume. Every doTERRA product has a PV value. And so all the commission that you make is based off of PV. All the rewards points you earn in doTERRA rewards is based off of PV. And so most oils are dollar for dollar. Lavender is $29, 29 PV. But products that contain other ingredients or maybe that are discounted in a set have a slightly lower PV, like the toothpaste, for example, is $12, 7 PV. Foundational Wellness is $149.50, 125 PV. So just make sure you're paying attention to PV because that is what everything is based around. The dollar is just what you pay. Something else I want you to understand are the different ways to order. So when we are talking about the Path to 500 and how to build a stable income and a stable business that pays you residually, you really want to focus on rewards orders. So every customer, when they come in, has the opportunity to place a standard order whenever they want and get 25% discount, right? Or they have the opportunity to participate in doTERRA's rewards program. doTERRA's rewards program is hands down my favorite part of my membership. It is just an optional benefit of membership, but is one that will save you a ton of money. And so as we're working through and talking through the Path to 500, and we're talking about people placing orders and some of the terminology, rewards orders are very important. So it is really important as you're starting to share with people that you really understand the rewards program and how it works, that you get your mind behind the fact that this is absolutely hands down one of the best things doTERRA has to offer, other than the business, in my opinion, at this point. But you really want to make sure people understand, and that rewards is what people are taking advantage of. It's the best way for them to save the most money, to have the greatest impact with their health, and for you to have this long-term sustainable business. So it is win after win after win. So this is just a little bit of the details, rewards versus standard orders. There's a lot of content online that you can dig into this a little bit deeper. A lot of videos and content doTERRA has about rewards if you want to learn a little bit more. Now, one thing that's really important as a builder earning income with doTERRA is you want to make sure your rewards order is always saved at least 100 PV. Okay. This makes sure that the doTERRA system recognizes that you are eligible to cut a check when commission runs. So even if it's not what you're actually going to order that month, make sure 100 PV is always in your cart. Okay. All right, another term I want you to understand as we dive in is PGV, or personal growth volume. PGV is a number that some really awesome bonuses are based off of. So I just want you to understand what this means. Personal growth volume is based on rewards orders, okay? So anybody that you've brought on board in doTERRA in the past 12 months, anything they place on doTERRA rewards counts towards your personal growth volume for the first 12 months of their membership. So for example here, this shows a 12-month stretch, and you've got Jenna, Scott, Emily, and Eve, and the different months they enrolled. You can see what their rewards orders were for those months, right? And then that gives you what your personal growth volume is down here at the bottom. So maybe July was a 200 PV promo month, so it jumped up to 800 for your personal growth volume. As you move out, like, so say you move into December, let me think, yeah, December, then Jenna's not going to count anymore because she started in October the year before. So you're always going to be bringing new people on board. You're always going to be helping introduce them to doTERRA rewards to keep that PGV up where you need it, and you'll see why that's important here soon. One of the other things that you want to understand is Fast Start. Fast Start is like the quick money that you make with doTERRA. It's really, really great. You make 20% of the PV of anybody that you bring on board for the first 60 days of their membership, and that gets paid out every single week. And keeping your rewards order at 100 PV is what allows the system to pay you every single week. So, but this is a really cool bonus because it actually pays a few levels up, right? So as you bring people on board, say you bring in Sally, and Sally enrolls Eric. Sally's going to make 20% on Eric, but you're actually going to make 10% as Sally's enroller. And the person who enrolled you will make 5%. So this actually pays on 3 levels. It's really awesome. So as you are bringing people on and then they're bringing people on, this Fast Start bonus can be a really a nice weekly check. Okay, the other bonus or commission, other type of commission I want to fill you in on is the Power of 3 bonus. So between Fast Start and the Power of 3 bonus, these are the 2 ways of getting paid that we focus on for Path to 500. There are 3 different levels to this. There's a $50 level, a $250 level, and a $1,250 level. And this is based on structure and rewards order volume. We call them pods. We like to create 500 PV pods to build out this bonus. And this is really cool because you can place people where you need them to structure this out for yourself, along with the people you bring on board who are building with you. So this is a really cool way to build a really solid structure. And the benefit of Power of 3 is that it actually lends itself to rank advancing. So you don't have to stress so much about the ranks in the beginning. If you build out a really strong Power of 3 structure, rank is going to start to happen naturally, which is awesome. I love multitasking. So okay, so let's talk about this first level of the Power of 3 bonus. This is paid out monthly, and it's just based on your structure and rewards pod volume. So if you are here and you bring 4 or 5 or however many people that you want on your very front line here, if they have at least 500 in rewards orders, whether it's one person with 500 in rewards orders or 5 people with 100 or whatever combination, you're going to get a $50 bonus from doTERRA. So you create your 500 pod and you're going to get a $50 bonus on your monthly check. Now, the next level is a really important one, and this is instrumental for the Path to 500. That's building out that $250 bonus. And what that means is you help 3 people on your front line create their own 500 pod. Now, this can be people they enroll. It can be enrollments that you place under them. So whatever people, whether they enroll them or you bring them on board and place them under for structure, you create that for 3 people and you're going to earn a $250 bonus and they're each going to earn their $50. So again, we have a 500 pod here and then 3 more 500 pods built out underneath. Okay, that's the 250. Now, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on the 1250 level, but just know that you're duplicating that 500 pod structure under the next level. Okay, now, one of the really cool brand new things with doTERRA is this Power of 3 boost. So not only do you get this amazing bonus just for structure, you get a boost on it based on your PGV, that personal growth volume that we talked about. So if you are earning your $50 Power of 3 bonus, meaning you have that 500 pod created underneath of you, and you have at least 400 PGV, which means you have 400 in rewards orders from the people you've brought in the past 12 months, doTERRA is going to give you a $50 bonus. So all of a sudden, your $50 Power of 3 turns into a $100 bonus, which is pretty sweet. Now, once you build out that 250 Power of 3 level, you have the ability to get a $250 bonus, right? So if you have 400 PGV, you'll still get your $50 bonus on your 250 Power of 3. But if your personal growth volume is 800 PV, then you're going to get a $250 boost. So you can make 500 a month just on Power of 3 250 with the 250 boost. That doesn't include your fast start or all the other things. So it's a really great way to structure out and earn that 500 a month. So this is just a quick little snapshot of the different levels of the Power of 3 and the different levels of boosts that you can earn. Now, when you get to that 3rd level of that 1250 bonus and you have 1200 a month in personal growth volume, you get a $500 boost. So you're actually earning $1,750 just on the Power of 3 structure and boost. It is brilliant. And I'm very grateful for this because it really is a big chunk of change every month. Okay. So the first thing you want to understand is the path to 100. Okay. We like to break things into bite-sized goals, right? As we're building the business. And so earning the $100 is goal number 1. And you can do that with that fast start bonus by making that 20%. So if you enroll 4 people on foundational wellness, which is 125 PV, right? You're going to get $100 in fast start just off of enrolling those 4 people. So your number 1 goal is to enroll 4 people in your first month, right? We like to overshoot, but at least 4. Okay. Now, you get those 4 people on rewards because with foundational wellness, rewards is a no-brainer. It's a monthly, product that you're going to need anyways. Why not get rewards for it? You get them on rewards so that month 2, you're still earning another $100 in fast start because they're still in their first 60 days. But because that you have a 500 pod in place with their rewards orders, you're going to get a $50 bonus for Power of 3. And then you're going to get the $50 boost because you're over 400 PGV. You're actually 500, right? So in month 2, you earn another $200. So that's by the end of month 2, you can have a total earnings of $300 simply by enrolling 4 people. Okay, now we don't want to stop there, right? We didn't come here to learn about a path to 100. We want 500. And so what you're going to do there is build at that $250 Power of 3 bonus. Ideally, finding 3 of those 4 people that you enrolled and having them share with their people, finding builders. We want to be seeking those who want to do this with us or who might want to earn an income with wellness. Ideally, you can have them share or host a class or whatever and get their enrollments coming in and help them build out their own pods, right, to work to your 250. But you can also, as you continue to enroll, place your enrollments under here to help support them as they grow out their bonus. Okay. So once you get to that $250 bonus by helping 3 people earn 100, you are now at your $250 Power of 3 bonus. Now, the $250 Power of 3 boost, you will need to make sure that that personal growth volume is at 800. So just keep bringing people in and getting them on rewards. That is truly the way to build this out. Now, why foundational wellness? Okay, there are a lot of ways you can build doTERRA. There's a lot of people who focus primarily on oils. Obviously, I did that for a very long time. But why I love foundational wellness is because it really simplifies it for brand new people coming in. We have a lot of products, a lot of oils that all do really amazing things. It can be a little bit overwhelming as we're first getting started. But I feel like, a lot of people say, I can't educate on all these things. I need to learn about all of them first. Well, foundational wellness is a very simple set of powerful products. And truly, when I'm working with a new customer, I know that before I can help them truly find solutions for their sleep and their autoimmune or whatever they're dealing with, we need to make sure the foundation is in order. So I always come back to foundational wellness because it's easy to teach and it's a consumable product that they're going to want to order monthly on rewards. So it's going to create that sustainable income for you. It's so simple for people to use and it creates such powerful results. Like you are doing so much good in the world just getting people on foundational wellness, right? The oils and the other things can come later. So this really helps simplify the path to 500 by focusing on rewards. Now there's this really cool, I just found this actually, side note, just found this today online, popped it in here. doTERRA's strategy to 500. And this is a really neat, if you just Google doTERRA Path to 500, you'll find this PDF. But this goes through each month exactly what you need to do in a perfect world, right? To get where you need to be. But what's great about this is because it will show you, okay, if you're like, okay, I didn't earn 100 this month. Well, it's because you didn't do, or you weren't able to do X, Y, Z, or I'm not at 500 this month. It's very clear. You can see, okay, I didn't hit the goal and here's why. Okay, and here's what I need to focus on for the next month. So this is a really awesome plan. And so this is something that as a new builder, I will work with you on to create and give you the level of support that you might need. Now, we do workshops every Monday at 7:30. Our team actually has a really great system that we've created of Zoom workshops because we've got people all over the place. So we do what's called a Wellness Made Simple workshop twice a month. We do a Learn and Earn Zoom once a month. And this allows you to just simply invite, right? So we're going to work on how to effectively invite. That's one of the most important skills you need to learn right off the bat. But you don't have to know about all the products. You don't have to be teaching these workshops. If you can just learn how to invite people to them and get people on, then we do all the work. And then as you become more familiar and confident and comfortable in the products, you actually will start helping us teach these if you decide to. So the team system we've created is Monday nights at 7:30. We are on Zoom for 30 minutes. We have created every workshop to be 30 minutes or less because that's super important right now to get people to show up. We do a team huddle every month to kind of support you as you're growing. We do a Wellness Made Simple twice a month. The Essential Start and the Learn and Earn are both on the third Monday of the month. That's for new customers getting started, and then how to unlock 500 a month with wellness. And then we have a weekly work hour on Wednesdays at noon where you can just come and ask questions and strategize and get supported as you are growing your business. So quick next steps that I would suggest as being the best next steps would be to block your calendars for Monday at 7:30 so that you're on the workshops. Whether you have guests on or not, it's really important to be there to support and to hear the information over and over and over again so that you feel more and more comfortable sharing it on your own. 100 connections in 30 days. This is super important. If you're not talking to people, you're not enrolling anyone. And so connections are something that does not even have to be doTERRA related. Just get out there in your networks, on your social media, and just start connecting with people, starting conversations, because it usually always leads to health or finances as you are working with somebody. So make it a habit of 3 to 5 people that you are connecting with every single day. And kind of start thinking about who do you want to do this with you? Because if you can find those people first or faster, you're going to grow a whole lot faster. And then learn how to effectively invite. I mentioned this a minute ago. You know, we can help you with all the things, but we cannot teach you how to invite, or we cannot invite people for you. So we will work on strategic verbiage and things that are going to make you feel confident and comfortable as you're inviting people to our workshops. And then get super clear on doTERRA rewards. Okay, you want to know why it works, why it's amazing, and how to get people on it, because that is truly a game changer when it comes to longevity in your business. So I always like to challenge, can you get 4 people on the next Wellness Made Simple workshop? So that's kind of the gist of where I get people's mind going. I will share the slideshow with them if they want more. And then as I mentioned, I kind of just offer, like, do you want, you know, to follow our plan, or do you want to do this on your own, blaze your own trail? I kind of let them choose. And then that determines what level of support they need from me. So any questions on any of that? It was a lot, I know. All right.
I thought that was brilliant. It was simple. You didn't get bogged down in the details, and you had great energy, and that's what I wanted to hear, so I can duplicate that. And I really appreciate it and would love your slide deck, because
yeah, absolutely happy to share that. Ruby, just let me know what the best way to do that would be, since we
at what point did you start the team huddles and those other things in your doTERRA journey?
So actually so that's actually something else I was going to talk about. We decided to systemize back in April of this year. So it's only been a couple months that we've been doing the Zoom schedule, but I partnered with Lisa Jareco. She is a platinum and a good friend of mine, and she lives, you know, in, I think, Michigan. We decided, you know what, let's focus, let's get together, let's put together a system for our team. So we have the Zoom schedule. We put together a resources landing page for new builders to be able to come and find the Zoom schedule, the Zoom links, the invite graphics, you know, information on foundational wellness, things like that. We very much modeled after Lindsay Norman. I got to give it up to Lindsay. I always give it up to Lindsay because she's
excellent.
Inspiring me.
Yes.
But yeah, so we've modeled a lot of our stuff after what she has created, and it's just been really great to just, like, here's the path, here's the resources, here's the Zoom schedule, do what you need or what you want with it, right? And so it's been really freeing for us as a team, and just always having something to invite to consistently. And I mean, if you only have to block 30 minutes of a Monday night off, like a week, like, that's so easy for builders to commit to.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Right?
Thank you so much. I look forward to using your slide deck.
Yeah,
Thanks.
no problem. Any other questions or
Tracy, did you have a question?
Yes, I did. Thank you, Ruby. I was just curious, Ashley, if there was, excuse me, choking. I was just wondering if there's any way, excuse me.
I do that
You're
all the
okay,
time.
Tracy. Take your time. Yep, take your time.
Water goes down the wrong way all the time.
Sorry.
Drink your water.
Actually,
yeah, you're good.
I need water. I don't have it right here, but I was wondering if there was any way that we could shadow your Monday stuff, just to see, you know, how you're working with people in those different things you do on Monday.
Yeah, absolutely. I, you know, the more the merrier, in my opinion. You know, we usually get a few people, and we actually have a Wellness Made Simple workshop at, well, I'm on Eastern time right now. It's 6:45 here. So at 7:30, we have our Monday night Wellness Made Simple that I'm happy to, I wish we had a chat in here so I could share the link with you guys.
Wait, so the chat goes to just the people in this breakout room.
Oh.
So you can set, yes, I just figured that out. So yeah, so what we're seeing in the chat is just for this group. And someone was wondering if you would be willing to share the Canva link of that presentation on this chat.
Yes, let me grab that really quick because that's easy.
Awesome.
I have a template link created for it. So I'll put that in there first. Where did you guys go? I lost you. Okay. All right, so the Canva template, I just popped in the chat. Can everybody see that?
I see it. Can everybody see it? I don't know if anybody else is willing to confirm. I see it on the chat.
Yes, we can see it.
Perfect. Okay. Let me grab the link. I'm trying to figure out the best way to grab the link. I might just need to go to my Zoom for the workshop at 7:30 tonight. Let me grab that for you. And we use the same links, we create recurring events for each Monday night. So this link will be the second and fourth Monday of every month. Let's see here.
So you're saying Monday night, is that just like the best time for you and your team, or is that usually just the best kind of that you've seen all around, just to have people kind of create?
We used to do Tuesdays for different things. Our goal was to try and find the best day for guests. And so our thought process was that Mondays were kind of a day like after the weekend. A lot of times people don't schedule, things. They'll just be hanging out at home because they've had a busy weekend or something. So we just chose Mondays, but you really, can do anything. And, some people don't do everything on Mondays. They break it up. They'll have something, Wellness Wednesday. I was like, man, we should really do it on a Wednesday because I really like the term Wellness Wednesday. But, I wanted to keep it simple and just have everybody know that Mondays at 7:30, you have a Zoom to be on. Here's
Ashley, thank you so much. I appreciate that you sharing your links with us.
Oh yeah, no problem
and
at
that
all.
we can shadow. Thank you so much.
I love that doTERRA has, creates that culture of sharing. I mean, just the fact that the way doTERRA works, it encourages supporting each other versus competing with each other. And, with, all the pools and leadership pools and things like that, it's like rising tides raise all ships. And so doTERRA was really brilliant in designing the compensation plan that way, because how awesome that like we can all just come together. And I have no qualms about sharing anything I create, because I'm like, hey, I'm not selling it. I'm not trying to make money off of systems. That's not my cup of tea. But if it can help other people bring in more people, yes, I would love to help you. And that's the goodness in my heart. But yes, I would love to hit that second billion so we get that founder payout. So let's do it, guys.
Absolutely. It is amazing culture. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
So the first link you put in, I don't want to click on them yet, was your presentation you did.
Correct.
And the second link is access to your meeting. Would you be willing to share it? My difficulty is getting the Wellness Made Simple down to a half hour.
Yeah.
Right?
I do have so here's what we do. We focus on, so we used to do foundational wellness and then targeted solutions. And we found that we could keep it to about 35 minutes. Well, then we added on the Path to 500 and a little bit more of a focus on the business. So that extended it. So what we decided to do, again, was something that Lindsay was talking about. We just do foundational wellness and Advantage Collagen. And then we talk about the doTERRA difference, and we focus and we talk only about the free product of the month. We let them know about Nature's Medicine Cabinet that you get, that's another brilliant thing I love that doTERRA did, was the product of the month being a top 10 oil that comes automatically with foundational wellness. It allows you.
I agree totally. It's fabulous.
You can focus on foundational wellness and they get their oils for, their medicine cabinet for free. So we took out targeted solutions and we really have stuck to foundational wellness and Advantage Collagen, and that has allowed us to keep it shorter. It's also scripted. Everything that we create, now I didn't script the thing I just shared with you. I always just kind of go off the cuff on that one. But everything else that we all co-teach together, we script it so that people know exactly what to say, that it doesn't run over. I do encourage, my leaders as they grow into wanting to be able to co-teach, to take the template. If they want to change some verbiage, make it sound like them, absolutely do that. But our goal is to keep it very laser focused, and scripting is really helpful for that. I know I talked about this at leadership. I'm wordy. So if I don't have a script, it'll go longer than it probably should.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree 100%. Thank you for sharing those. I look forward to seeing
no
that
problem.
foundational wellness one too.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Claire, did you have a question?
I did. Thank you first of all, thank you for such a great presentation, Ashley.
Oh, you're
This
so
was
welcome.
really inspiring. I have been in doTERRA since 2011 and have not yet reached a leadership rank. And I live in a rural area of Utah, which is pretty saturated, and I'm not on social media. So I'm just wondering what suggestions you might have for finding those 4 people.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm with you. I am not a social media person. I'm on it. All my stuff is private. I don't market to the masses. I actually had to force myself. I rarely post about doTERRA on my social media. So I'm with you. You do not have to do social media to be successful in doTERRA. However, I am an extrovert. And I love people. I'm very much relationship based in a lot of my strengths. I'm a little bit of a chameleon, but most of my top, like half of them are the relationship ones. And so I have this mindset of, and I don't want this to sound like, I don't want this to sound too busy, like everyone's in enrollment. And it's not saying like everyone's in enrollment like I have a dollar sign on everyone's head, but I know that every single person on the planet needs what I have, whether it's oils or income. And so no matter where I'm at, like I carry samples in my purse always. I still sample oils all the time, even though we focus on foundational wellness. I love that we can give oils away and help people have an experience. And like, it's like the easiest way to like get somebody to come and talk to you is by being able to give them a gift, you know? And so it takes a lot of that pressure off. So I don't care if I'm at the grocery store or the park or the bar or the restaurant, like I'm sampling and talking to people all the time. And so that's, I just highly encourage people to network, you know, to really, you know, we kind of sit here and think, oh, well, I'm not into a lot of social things or that, but like you look at your phone, right? Like every single contact you have in that phone is a potential enrollment, right? They are somebody who needs what we have. And so having that mindset of like, I don't have to think about, oh, when I'm going to go out and network and when I'm going to talk. It's just a part of who I am and what I do in my everyday life. So I have made myself start posting every day about oils and pets because I'm like, I'm really missing something here with my warm market and my social media by not talking about doTERRA more. But yeah, so you definitely don't have to do the networking. Just look at every person as somebody that you can help.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is refreshing, Ashley, that you say, you know, like even though you're an extrovert, and I like to do the same thing, just like if the conversation comes up, like, hey, I can help you. But not to feel like you have to be on social media and have to be posting every day and always doing this on the internet and everything. So I really like hearing other leaders saying like, you don't have to do that if that's not, you know, in your forte. Like I like social media, I'll do it, but if I can be at one-on-one, then that's even better.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, my social media is private. I don't, you know, I don't have a desire for creepers to be on to see anything. I don't care if they want doTERRA or not. Like I don't want you on my personal page. Like I don't run a business page, but I do love social media for keeping a connection with my market, my customers, my friends, my family. Like, so even if I'm not specifically sharing doTERRA, like if I enroll you, we're gonna be friends on Facebook, right? And so then, you know, I at least have that ability to have a presence with a customer base that maybe I'm not talking to all the time, or maybe they're not as responsive to texts or things like that. You know, they mostly get to see my life, but you know, I tell people like I come with your membership, you know, because it requires support. And so to just have that presence and that open line where they can still, you can still have some visibility there with your customers and your network, it's really helpful. That's kind of how I've focused my social media.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, Ashley. Okay, so we had a question on the chat. I don't know if we went over it or not, but Therese was asking, what's the difference between your essential start and learn and earn?
Yes. So Essential Start is something we just started last month. And because we realized the one gap that we had in our workshops was a workshop to help new customers understand rewards. And so and like the benefits of the doTERRA membership. So I mentioned in the presentation how important it is to understand rewards, get comfortable and confident with getting people on rewards. Like that is absolutely crucial. Like if you have it in your mind that it's an auto ship, like, and that, you know, you're like, oh, people are going to think this, like, then you got to release that, because if you're not absolutely convinced that loyalty rewards is like the best thing ever, you know, I have an order over here that I haven't unpacked because I'm like, I need to unbox this on a video because it's ridiculous how much free stuff I got and people need to understand that. So we realized there was a gap with new people and not quite feeling confident with getting people on rewards at their wellness consults, because we encourage everyone to do their personal wellness consults with their enrollments to kind of go through their order and their health goals and all those things. So we use the Essential Start to kind of explain the benefits of the rewards program, the swap where you shop strategy and why that's important, and just some of the basic getting started logistical things with doTERRA. And then the Learn and Earn is focused specifically on the business. So we do those in the same evening because we ran out of Wednesdays. So we do the Essential Start at 7:30. That's only about 20 to 25 minutes. We do drawings at the end because that, helps encourage people to come. And then we invite them to stay on for the Learn and Earn at 8 p.m., which is again another about 20 minutes or so on the business.
Amazing. Okay, you guys, do we have any other questions for Ashley?
Look at my notes.
Are we filling? Yes. Let's see. Is there a form for wellness consult that you use?
I don't have a form. So this is really funny. I'm very much a paper person. So I'm like super old school, y'all. I have a notebook that I will use, and when I do a consult with somebody, if I do a one-on-one or something where we kind of write down their health goals, make a list of all the things. If they decide to get started, I write down what they're ordering. I'll either take their info or send them a link generator or whatever. And then on the bottom second part of the sheet, when I do their wellness consult, I take more notes. So I have a Post-it that I literally just move from page to page on making sure I cover everything in my wellness consult. I do have a video. I participated in something a year or two ago. Justin Harrison did like a really long evening training Zoom thing, and I presented on how to do effective wellness consult. So I have that YouTube recording. I can send it to you, but my little Post-it says questions/unboxing. And then we go through their health goals so that we can make a wish list of products, right? And then we talk about the 2 ways to order, standard versus rewards. Then I go through the shop where you swap. We have a really cool little guide that gives you like common products and the doTERRA alternatives and like why it's important to swap where you shop, clean products, oil infused products, a company that's doing good. And then I have a next steps checklist that I will use. This is kind of, oh, you want to screenshot the Post-it? I don't know if I could probably type these. It's going to be backwards, isn't it? And I don't have the best handwriting.
It's not backwards. I can actually see it. Yeah.
Oh, could you? Okay, hold on. I'll let you screenshot if you want to.
Yeah, take a screenshot. I mean, it looks good on my end. It looks very clear.
All right.
It worked. Okay, Brandy says it worked. Awesome.
All right, awesome. So I have a next steps checklist that I've put together, just encouraging them to download the app, the shop app, hop on a Essential Start Zoom, set up their rewards order, just some of the things that I feel are important for them to do. And then I do incentivize for the first 2 months of rewards at 100 PV. Super important, going for that incentive trip right now, right? So we want them doing those rewards orders, and that actually gives them the opportunity to really get a good foundation of products in their first 3 months. So I give them the Essentials of the Earth app for I just reimburse them for it for month 1, and then I send them a diffuser for month 2, and it's, I get judged for this a little bit, but it's just a diffuser off of Amazon, right? It costs like $12. I can send it to them Prime directly. And so we do that, and then we will log into their account. I think this is so super important. And 9 times out of 10, I just ask their permission. Is it okay if I log into your account and share my screen, or would you rather log in and drive and I can direct you? Most of the time, like, go ahead and log in because they just want to see everything. And so I go in and I set up a rewards order if they don't already have one. Now I subscribe and save almost everyone. Okay. I have strategies on how to do that too, if you want to hear that. But I go in and if it's subscribed and saved, it's easy because I'm just going to show them how to manage what's already set up. But we get into that rewards order, and every single product that we talked about in that wish list that we made when we were going through all their family's health goals, I add all of it to the cart at once. And then I show them how to hit that little move to wish list button, right? So we get, and then I'm like, hey, are there any of these as priority that you want to keep, in the cart, not on your wish list? So we literally help them build out that order. Now, if they didn't have subscribe and save checked, right? And a rewards order wasn't set up. After I explained everything with rewards and how to manage it and all of that, I asked them, would you like me to save this so that you can just log back in whenever you want and play around with it? Or do you want me to close it out so you can recreate it all on your own? They don't want to recreate it all on their own. So usually they're like, okay, go ahead and click save, right? And so then that template is saved. I show them how to get back into it and we're good to go. But it is so important to get on with them and show them rewards, because just talking about it and expecting them to do it later, even if they want to, even if they really want to do it, it's not as likely. So be sure in that wellness consult that you are going through that. And then we talk about the refer a friend. I show them how to access their link. If we have time, because it depends on how long they want to talk, I'll go through and I'll just show them some of my favorite products on the website and hit that heart, right? And save it to their wish list if they want that product on their wish list. And then I ask them, are you open to the idea of earning income with wellness? We have a workshop right after the Essential Start that you're going to be hopping on here, where you can learn how to get your products paid for or make an extra $500 a month. So that's kind of my flow. I love doing wellness consults. It's my favorite appointment to do, because it's just such a great opportunity to connect with them, to really get them excited about using their products, and all the great things doTERRA has to offer. So
Ashley, could you post that YouTube that you were talking about, that you said that you had?
Yeah, I'll find that before we finish up here. Well, I can still talk to you while I
Was that the one with Justin?
Yeah, it's the one I just recorded. I just have my presentation from that night as a separate, I think I screen recorded it from the replay so I could upload it for my team. But yeah, let me find my videos and I'll put that in the chat as well.
I just really connect with everything that you do, the way you do it, because
awesome.
I'm like old fashioned, like I'm a paper person. I'm also a people person and a relationship person and a connector and empath and all of that stuff. So it's like, and I'm not doing stuff on social media, so it's like, oh my gosh, Ashley's my twin.
Well, I'm so glad. Like my number one prayer before, doing this was that I could provide value for people. And so thank you for that comment, because that's really awesome. I cannot figure out how to find my own videos in YouTube. See, I don't do a lot of this. A lot of the YouTube stuff I will say we do record all of our workshops so that I can share recordings, because not everyone is always available on Mondays at 7:30. So recordings are super, super awesome ways to share with people. And allow that to do it, be on their own schedule and just set up an appointment after to talk through it.
While you're looking for that, I have always been reluctant to, when I jump in someone's account on a Zoom and I'm walking them through things, to set up a loyalty reward order, because I didn't know we could close out of it if they go, oh, no, I don't want to do this thing.
Yeah, so the trick with that is when you create
I knew you'd have a trick.
Yeah, well, when you create it, until you hit save, it doesn't save anything. I mean, we've all been there where we forgot to hit save on our order and then it shipped the last month's order, like it happens. But it really, as long as you don't click save and you just close the window out, it won't save their template. And I do have the person that's like, yeah, I don't want to do that right now.
Yeah, that was my fear. And I didn't want to then have to call customer service with them or my account manager and, try and unring the bell. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Guys, I cannot figure out how to find, I don't know what is going on with YouTube. I don't know if it changed, but I feel like I can't even access my own videos right now.
Randy said, try going to your account on YouTube where your picture is and then go to your videos.
Okay, click the little picture and it just gives me the option to switch account. It's like literally, this looks different than normal, so I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah, they're real good about changing things when you figure it out.
View all. Let me see if I view all. This is just all the things I've viewed. So I don't know, guys.
You can also go to your channel and then there's a search bar when you're in your own channel.
Okay.
And that's the easier way that I do it.
I know it's private, so it would have to be. This is the weirdest thing, y'all. YouTube changed. Because I usually don't have problems. I know I have it in my phone and I can email the link to myself and pull it from. We'll get there. Okay. Sorry, guys, this is taking me so long, but.
That's awesome. Thank you, Ashley, for doing that.
Yeah,
there
no
was
problem.
another question while you search for that.
Yeah.
You talked about Amazon diffusers, and so I was
Yes.
wondering if you can send the link if you happen to
Yeah,
have the link to
honestly,
that.
if you just search diffuser and like there's a ton of them, and it's a $12, there's like $12 diffuser. They also have like $8 to $10 car diffusers. So I'll sometimes use car diffusers as incentives if they've already gotten a diffuser from me. But you find it out, like you will easily find it on Amazon. There's a bunch of them. Because I don't have that link handy either. I'd have to find that one, but I can pull that up too if you need me to.
So
think
I
it's
must have
about-
missed do this incentive for the diffusers. Is it when somebody just does a qualifying order for you when they sign up, or when they do rewards? I missed that.
So it's for rewards. It's based on rewards orders for the 2 months after their enrollment. So for month 1, I used to offer the Essentials of the Earth books because that's my favorite one, the little spiral bound one. They're going out of business now, so they're not even around. But we used to get those when they were like $2.50 a copy for the old version. So it was really cost effective. But I use that app most often as well, that Essentials of the Earth app. I hope that's not going anywhere, but I don't know. It's $8. So now what I do is I send them the link to download the app, whether it's Android or iPhone, and then I just Venmo them the $8 for it instead of shipping it, because it used to cost me $7 to ship a book just in shipping costs. So it's definitely a lot cheaper, and it's super handy for them to have the app on their phone. Although some people are like me and they like to have a physical book because I love paper. But you know, the app is still super duper helpful.
If that app goes away, Essential Life still has one.
Oh yeah, yeah. There are a few of them out there for sure.
Mhm.
So you
Yeah.
can choose whatever you like to use. To be honest, all right. Got the YouTube link, guys. Here we are. Finally. Okay, there's the link on the Wellness Consult. Okay, do you guys want to know how I get people to subscribe and save?
Yes.
Okay. I know this isn't my topic, but I know we have a few more minutes. So, first of all, we know subscribe and save is important because it automatically sets it up. If you're going for that incentive trip, it's 2 extra points. So that's pretty sweet. So when I'm working with somebody, obviously with Foundational Wellness, it's a no-brainer. I tell them I'm going to select subscribe and save because with that, you're going to get the free oil this month. You're going to get this awesome sample pack of all these great doTERRA products you're going to want to try, and you're going to get 10% back on this order. If you decide you don't want to order again next month, like it doesn't mean you have to subscribe monthly. Don't worry about that. When we do your wellness consult, because it's very important to set the expectation for that wellness consult very early. Okay. When we do your wellness consult, I'll show you how to manage it, or we can cancel it out, but at least you can go ahead and get the free products, the samples, and the points. So they're automatically thinking, okay, I don't actually have to subscribe, because they don't. We can have customer service or my account manager. I text her all the time, like, cancel this out if somebody needs it. And so 9.9 times out of 10 people have no problem. Now, if it's not Foundational Wellness, right, I still say the same thing. Like, I'm going to go ahead and select subscribe and save. You don't actually have to subscribe to anything, but it's going to get you XYZ. And then I'll show you how to manage this and what your options are when we do your wellness consult. So the ticket is you don't actually have to subscribe to anything. I don't know how doTERRA would feel about me saying that, because, you know, if they do cancel, they still got the free products and all that good stuff. But the goal is to serve them well enough and to help create a wish list that's important to them to where they want to keep it, right? And when you build value in rewards, you know, I tell people all the time, I'm like, it's my favorite part of my membership. It's one of the best things doTERRA has to offer. You know, I don't pay any more for high quality home and personal care products through doTERRA than I was buying crap at Walmart because of loyalty rewards, or because of the rewards program. So
maybe I just don't pay attention to this when I'm enrolling folks from like the wellness consult, but if you subscribe and save right at their enrollment and it's the qualifying order, they'll get the free oil that month as well.
They get it with the enrollment order. If it's before the 5th, okay. If it's Foundational Wellness, it can be any time of the month. If they're enrolling with oils, it does have to be by the 15th. That enrollment has to be by the 15th because it still follows the same rules as a regular rewards order.
Okay, thank you.
I would say probably enroll 8 out of 10 people with foundational wellness, maybe 8.5.
Amazing. Okay. Ashley, this has been so good. I feel like I've learned a lot today. You're amazing. Thanks for sharing seriously everything that you did. You shared so much today. I feel like you overexceeded everybody's expectations, and we're so grateful for your time. I mean, we technically have a few more minutes. I mean, do you guys have any other questions for Ashley? Or let's see. No, Damie just said 4 minutes left. We have 4 minutes left until the end of the call. So, any other questions for Ashley?
On or off topic? Shoot.
I do.
I love that.
I'm having a hard time. This is Brandy. I'm having a hard time because I'm one of those, I'm a relationship person too, and I love talking. I love wellness consults. I have really great retention because my wellness consults are good, but I also need to either read people better to not, my mom's like, sometimes you're a fire hose and you need to be a kitchen faucet. I can tell them too much. And so onboarding people or like even sending the right amount of information in the email is sometimes hard for me because I know I've like given them too much. So I feel like, and what worked, 2 years ago is not working now. So I have to just keep, moving forward. So what is your onboarding process when you do have a new enrollment?
For a customer versus the builder?
Customer.
Okay. So I will typically, if I'm not already friends with them on social media, that's one of the first things I do is seek them out on social media, just again to have that connection. Wellness consults are something that I kind of present as a non-negotiable, like it's the next step, period. Like that's what we do. And so, because I know some people struggle with getting people to actually do the wellness consult. And I'm like, well, you really have to build the value into that from the beginning and set that expectation. Like I don't question that that's the next step.
Me
so
too.
they don't question that that's the next step.
Yep, I'm with you there.
So, so I do the wellness consult. I do continue to invite them to workshops. We do a monthly in-person customer event on the first Saturday of the month where we just get together, talk about a topic, make a DIY, like real casual. So if they're local, we'll do that. I did use Oil Camp for a while through my event cafe, but started to find
we had that.
Yeah, I loved it, but it's difficult to get people to stick with it all the way through. So we paused that right now, simply because it was just an expense that we weren't really seeing the return on. We need to revamp things in there to make it shorter and less days. But really it's, that's kind of the main thing. I do check in with them. I like to do wellness check-ins, like 20-minute Zooms with them every 30, 60, 90 days, if they're open to doing that. Just to kind of make sure things are progressing. And I just let people know, like as I mentioned earlier, I come with your membership. Like I'm here to support you at whatever level you need. And some people need a lot and some people don't need as much, but just, trying to maintain that. That is one area that I'm working on right now as far as a way to educate people. And so the idea that I have that I'm actually starting working on this month, it's in my customer retention strategy quadrant. If you were at leadership and saw Lindsay Norman's thing. It's creating an onboarding text series with short 2-minute videos. So I'm going to record 2-minute videos, upload them to YouTube as a short, super short and sweet, but all about the things I want them to know. The value of rewards, the unboxing of the one order I have sitting over here will be one. I'm going to hide like a little secret word in each video. And if they get through the entire series and can give me the sentence, they'll get, I don't know what, free diffuser, free whatever. So that's kind of my goal, because I do want to strengthen up what I'm doing as far as helping keep them involved in continuing education. I mean, we have oil nights that my upline does, which are really great. Once a quarter, they do that for like a month. And so I'll plug people into those, but I'm definitely still working on the best way to continue to with that tiny bit of time that they're willing to give you and pay attention.
I know. And that's it. You have the attention span of gnats now, but we have so much to offer and so much for them to learn. And I got my learners and my ladies who love to gather new info, but it's like the same handful of people over and over and over. It's not new people.
Yeah.
But it's the crazy busy moms that I want to reach because they're the ones that need this. So
Yeah. Texting
Thank you.
service, short, tiny videos. That's my newest strategy. I'll keep you guys
Okay.
posted on how it goes
Thank
down.
you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashley. I think time is up. So with that, we are going to finish this call. Ashley, thank you. Thank you. I know everybody that was in this group this whole time, which I think everybody stayed the whole time, is super grateful for your wealth of knowledge and for the time the time that you invested in each of us today. So thank you
for the
so
opportunity.
much. And
guys are
thank you guys
awesome.
so much for joining. Have a great day and we'll see you soon. See ya.